An important discussion when we're talking about testing is this idea of verification and validation. So, with verification and validation, we have these two words that sound kind of similar, and they both are looking at sort of similar things, and that's why they get confused a lot. So let's go through verification and validation and make sure that we're all on the same page here. So verification is, are we building the thing right? And you'll notice that validation is, are we building the right thing? Just a little switch of the word back here. But it's very, very distinct difference. So are we building the thing right? Are we building the software correctly? And what do we compare when we're talking about this? Well, whenever we're talking about verification, we're talking about, does the software work compared to the given specifications? We were given a set of instructions on what we should build. Does it work compared to that set of things that we should build to? And so an example is the specification that software will calculate next monthly payment using form. You can see this is a little bit ambiguous. So what we do is we take some creative liberty. Maybe we create a front-end form. We put in, maybe something like this, and a little button down here. You click the button, and then maybe it sends it in an email. Maybe that's how this one works. So it sends it in like this email to a back-end server somewhere. And so this, does it work? Does it work compared to this specification? Yeah, it works. It's perfectly fine. It's verified. We're doing the correct thing compared to the given specifications. Now here's the problem, is validation is, are we building the right thing? Are we building what the user actually needs? Are we building what the user wants to use? And there's a lot of times a breakdown in the communication is that this was not specific enough, so we built it thinking we know what the user needs or wants, and therefore the software is verified, it's working exactly how they told us it would work, but it's not valid. It's not something that the user actually needs at this given moment. They didn't want this type of form. They wanted maybe a front-end sort of JavaScript form. They wanted, something we could put in right here, click a button, and then it'll go to another page, and maybe it'll show you something like a graph, or it'll show you, your monthly payment, or maybe it's all on the same page here. And you'll notice that this does exactly the same thing as the specification as well. It calculates the next monthly payment using a form, but they're two different implementations. So even though both of these are verified, they're not both validated. And this validation is basically the area that's the hardest to accomplish, is because a lot of times we don't know what the user wants, and the user might not even know what the user wants. And therefore, it's very difficult to figure out what the user wants and to build the right software. Because us as software engineers, us as a company designing solutions for problems, we are trying to build a solution for the problem. It's exactly what I just said. However, if the problem isn't defined correctly, we could be building a solution for a different problem. And I'm going to say that again. We could be building a solution for a different problem. And therefore, the user has no need for that because they don't have that problem. So we have a problem A and a problem B. We might be building a solution for problem A. And if a company comes along with, the problem A, we got ourselves a solution. Our program right here is the solution for problem A. But what the user actually wants, what the user is paying for, is a solution to problem B. So even though we built a solution that works, it solves a problem, it is not the solution to the actual problem at hand, and therefore it's not a valid solution. So whenever we're talking about verification and validation, we need to just understand that. Verification, are we building the thing right? With the given specifications, are we building it right? And then validation, are we building the right thing? Are we building the thing that the client wants us to build?